Hello and welcome back. Hope you are having the most amazing day. James Charles has made a miraculous return to social media and it looks like he has a top PR crisis specialist working for him. I'm going to go into all the details today, so hope you are sat down, hope you've got the titties firmly strapped in. If not, they're going to be flying all the way to outer space. So anyway, where do we even begin? James Charles, controversial beauty influencer, 21 years old, recent huge scandal upon scandal. Everything's been kicking off, hasn't it? Let's be honest. It's been pretty crazy over here in the beauty community recently with James. And usually he's quite good at like avoiding some of the big dramas and like sidestepping, but in this case it just completely hit him like a bus. It was just very, very disastrous. Anyway, James has posted this image on social media. Him just sat, birthday cake, little golden retriever, little bracelets, little hair, little like casual phone angle to sort of be like, hi guys, just wanted to say happy birthday to me, sort of as if everything is okay. And the comments on this were very interesting. So first of all, why don't we just have a dive into this picture? And as always, if you enjoy the video, be sure to smash the like button every time you do. A titty flies firmly into space. Let's go through this image together. So I need to keep my laptop away from my microphone or else it starts buzzing, so please stand by. So James is posing there. He looks like he's brightening his teeth on the photograph. He has the same flat hairstyle that he was rocking in his apology video. We've got some casual jewellery. Now we all know that James Charles spends big money on the big designer labels, you know, the Louis Vuitton necklaces and handbags and stuff like that, but it seems like he's gone for the sort of cheaper stuff in this photograph. He's wearing just basic silver. I think we've got a Pandora charm thing, so very relatable, which I guess we're not usually used to with these sorts of things. Then we also have a little birthday cake with a little candle that isn't even lit. Like, you're gonna eat a cake with a candle on it that hasn't been lit. Does that make any sense? Like, the whole point of adding a candle to something is that you light it before you give it to the person. So I'm just failing to understand. I'm just failing to understand what image we're trying to send here. It's like, oh, okay, pass me the prop and I'll pose with it. Like, are you gonna light the candle after you take in the picture but before you eat it? Like, what? It just doesn't make any sense to me. The cake looks like a very basic vanilla cake. It looks like it was I think it was made specifically for this photo shoot because it's calm, it's neutral, it's not that colourful. I think under any other circumstance, James would probably have quite a bright birthday cake or little birthday cupcake. So I do think that this is an incredibly simple cake to choose from, which I think tries to send a message. We also have these blue tones. We have the oversized mum jeans. Blue is a calming colour, and there's no controversial colours in this photograph whatsoever. We have a very wholesome natural lighting, outdoor photograph, casual jeans. The phone angle is kind of low, like you're on holiday taking a picture at the table outside. So it's very sort of like casual and disarming. We also have this like hoodie, half on, half off. Again, that's really strange. Like, it's kind of a strange way to do things. I don't really understand what it's trying to say, but I guess it's part of the image. Who knows? I'm not a crisis specialist, apparently. And we also have the golden retriever as well, which obviously sends an image of like peace and calm and love and caring and all of that sort of thing. So James is posing with this golden retriever that has a hat on it. So again, in terms of the colour scheme, this looks like a pretty thought through photograph with the cake not being lit and stuff like that, and the posing, the angles. And this is sort of James's return from his hiatus, right? So it is a bit like, ooh, you know? Why don't we read some of the comments that were posted about this photograph online? So the caption reads, just wanted to say hello and thank you so much for the birthday wishes and love. It means a lot. Darling Brie said, show me I have a crisis PR specialist on board without telling me you have a crisis PR specialist on board. No makeup, jeans, literal golden retriever, and jewellery that's designer but the affordable silver version, and a photo that looks like his mum snapped it. Exactly what we said. This is well staged and he's getting good advice, and I'm sure this photo will be good for his image amongst those who are not steeped in the tea. I completely agree with this comment. Charlotte Smith said his core fan base doesn't care about the allegations anyway, and I think it's because there have been no big legal moves made by the victims or their families, so they can dismiss it as internet drama. I hope he's paying his PR person appropriately. They must be working hard after his recent scandal with the ex-employee saying that she wasn't being paid properly. Another comment here as well, quite juicy. This is just laughable, lol. I'm going to catch hell for this, I know, and I would like to apologise to anyone who might find this offensive, but from a girl point of view, it seems to me that men on YouTube can seem to not catch any sort of negative consequences for doing effed up things. They can do the most, yet they will still be fine. If this was a female YouTuber who did exactly what James Charles did, she would be so over and won't even feel comfortable enough to post that. I feel like my POV is correct, just based on how many likes he have on the post. Just look at what type of posts we have on here. And when it comes to women versus what type of posts we have on here when it comes to men. Doesn't mean what those women did isn't wrong. It is still wrong and should be held accountable for. But what men do is even worse, yet those men keep getting support from people. I just don't get it. When we say men, I think we're talking about not all men in general. I think we're talking about the same 3 beauty YouTubers most likely, Jeffree, James and Manny. Or for example, Manny's not really a name we hear about anymore, but yeah, in terms of like big men in makeup, there are definitely a few. And I do think that these particular men are given a second pass, but I think it's the type of fan base that they have. I think they specifically target very, very young people, like Jeffree with his very sort of kids aesthetic makeup, James with the whole kids aesthetic as well, targeting the very young girls. That seems to be the audience that they set out to captivate. And because of that, they might not necessarily be the audience that cares as much about big social issues and stuff like that as like a audience in their young 20s, for example, or even late teens. My altar card said, the last thing I want is to sound homophobic, but I think his victims being male are slightly contributing to this. I can't picture the further dying down if he was preying on teenage girls. People would be in absolute white hot rage. While I can't say for sure, there's always that lol, you got some, good job, attitude around teenage boys encountering predatory female teachers. So it may be applicable here as well. People seem to sometimes believe that a boy of that age is somehow more adult or mature than a girl. So James Charles' victims knew what they were doing or whatever. He did paint them as leading him on, or however he phrased it in his apology video. Excuse me while I wash my bile out of my mouth and meditate upon the reaction to grow a non-Republican man saying that these things about teenage girls. Again, I have nothing against James Charles as regards to his orientation. I think it's important to hold everyone to the same standard and not excuse bad behaviour. Yeah, I don't think that's homophobic at all. I think it's a fair thing because the victims are obviously young boys that like, a lot of them like men, right? From what we can tell, obviously they're speaking to boys and stuff. And like they're in a negative position because of their sexuality. It's not being taken seriously by a lot of the public. I think we take it very seriously, but the news outlets have watered it down and said James was sending flirty pictures, whereas if a 21-year-old male YouTuber was sending nudes to a 16-year-old, 15-year-old girl, it wouldn't be sending flirty messages. Do you remember that whole scandal? Like sending, do you know what I mean? Like it's just so ridiculous. It's so silly, and like it just shows the propaganda machine churning out news that really isn't true or is manipulated and misinformed. But I think all of these people have agendas, and it's a shame, but it's just how things work with the news, right? Anyway, I want to have a very quick chat with you. I just want to be very transparent with you. I've been getting stressed out recently with YouTube. You know, in the past, I've taken big breaks when I've been stressed out with YouTube, and it's not comments, it's not views, it's not anything like that. It's not people, it's the platform. It stressed me out for a long time, and I don't want to go on to another break again at all. I don't want to have to do that. I've been enjoying posting really frequently. I would like to keep posting frequently. It's something that's important to me. I don't make any money from this channel. I feel like I just have to say that. I have a full-time researcher, editor, and moderator, and all of those is for me to produce the best content possible and maintain the friendliest, most welcoming comment space possible, so everyone can leave a comment and feel comfortable that they're not going to be violently attacked by someone in like a cruel or mean or racist or anything way like that. That's important for me personally with my channel. And I don't cover my costs with the revenue from the YouTube. Like not only am I words being scanned by the system to determine if I'm going to get monetization on this video, but now there's facial recognition. So if I have the face of someone in a meme that's controversial as part of a joke, I can lose monetization on my video. And it's not even like I'll lose all monetization, they'll just reduce it down to like probably 15 to 10% of what it was. And we don't have any, as a creator, I have no idea of that until days later. So I'm producing these videos, obviously research goes into the videos, filming, very expensive studio equipment to get everything to look so pretty. And then at the end of the day, it's like $40, $20 or something. And it's just like, it's a bit frustrating. Like even the Tati video that had 100,000 views a month or two ago wasn't that much revenue. It's not covering costs. YouTube is a really difficult platform to create on now. It's very unstable. And I've just been trying to think of ways that I can continue creating consistently for those of you that obviously want me to continue creating consistently, because I don't want to give myself a mental breakdown, you know, stressing out over just wanting to do something I enjoy, for people that enjoy the content and then having all this financial stress and stress with the platform. So I've been thinking about things. I did mention it on Instagram briefly, and a few people have messaged me. So if anyone has ideas, please feel free to let me know about various other social media networks that I can use that you would recommend, different ways that I can do this. But I really don't care about having a salary from my channel whatsoever. I really enjoy sitting down and making these videos and reading the comments and having friends. I feel like when I one day travel the world, I'm going to meet so many of you and we're going to be able to hang out together and stuff. But I don't want to be thinking of the future. I want to be thinking of now and what can I do to feel like I'm connecting with you, and also like obviously from the views and stuff, like covering my costs with stuff, because it's thousands of pounds per month it's costing me to run this channel, and the revenue doesn't even remotely cover it. It probably makes under £1,000. So I just need to find a way to work it out. So please, any thoughts, feel free to let me know down below. But it's important that I'm transparent with you with stuff like this, because last week I got very stressed out, Thursday, Friday, really stressed out. And yeah, it was just emotionally difficult. So anyway, I want to say a huge thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.